All right, it is 6:01, and I'm calling the meeting to order of the Pawlet Public Library Board of Trustees. It's Tuesday, April 7th, 6 o'clock, 6:01. Welcome. First, we have reviewing operating norms. As a board, we will focus on agenda topics, be open-minded, respect each other, value different viewpoints, be responsive and responsible to our community with reference to the strategic plan, make decisions based on data and facts, listen to each other, be reflective, and run meetings that respect time, have concise agendas, and are transparent. Next, we have addition or deletion of agenda items. Does anybody have anything?
I do.
Okay.
I was hoping to add a discussion about adding a day for Helen to come to the library and work solely on the website, because she believes that she can make a lot of improvements, and also she thinks there's a way for her to add Square to our website so that people could make direct donations, and also we could sell the merchandise that we're going to talk about later that we'd like to get for the library for promotion. So she obviously can't do it when she's here. There's so many things that they're already doing. She really wants a day to focus, and so I'm hoping we can have a discussion about that.
Okay, is that part of the library report? Have you coordinated with Sue at all on that? Or did you
No, it's just actually no. Mm-mm.
You just talked to her? Okay.
Uh-huh. Do you want to put that in the library report area, or?
Well, it is like library staff management work, so.
We can put it in there.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I had wanted there's some cleanup that we can do pretty easily, and I was hoping to do that, which is also, there's certain things that aren't like very straightforward. One was the open meeting law.
On the website, you mean?
Complaint form. Yeah.
Yeah.
And some other stuff that, yeah. Yeah, I think that would be in the library report. So you can bring that up in that.
Great.
Is anybody else? I did have one. I think I'd like to change the order of number 11 and number 12. There's the discussion and action on our next steps for the library director. I think we should have a discussion, and then we would know if we want to go into executive session or not. It would be more likely, more obvious, and then we could or we would not go into executive session afterwards. And then if we did go into executive session, we would want to most likely come out and have an action item. So I guess just maybe add another discussion of considering and acting on the next steps before the proposed executive session. Okay, so do I have a motion to amend the agenda with those changes?
So moved.
Thanks, Amy. A second.
I'll second.
Thanks, Phoebe. Any more discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. No opposed. I heard everybody. And just briefly, I actually, I did find out that board chairs are not to vote on normal things, but then are there to cast a tie-breaking vote.
Right.
So I had been voting in the past, but so I won't be voting now, but that's because of that.
Unless
Not
there's a
for
tie.
me. Unless there's a tie, then I would cast a tie-breaking vote, yeah. So if you don't hear me voting, it's not a reflection on
You're still
anything.
paying attention.
Yes, exactly. And then, yeah, okay, so there we are. We have an approved agenda. Next is public comment. I have two members of the public. Gordon, no? Roscoe?
I just know, well, I've heard that through Heidi, I've been emailing with Heidi, I don't know if she's here. But,
She's not here, yeah.
I'm really bad at names, so I probably met her multiple times. I just struggling to find it. But I've been emailing her, and she said that today there's going to be something on the agenda regarding a 2-hour extension on the open time for Wednesdays, possibly. I'm not sure if that's true or.
Yeah, it's possibly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is, yeah, there,
Oh, okay,
we're gonna
yeah,
talk about it.
I think that's in the library report, probably. It's not on the agenda, but yeah.
Well, I'm just here in support of that, as one of the people willing to participate or be the consistent person that shows up for the other one. And I brought a hand-drawn flyer, if you want to take a look at it.
Sure.
Please pass it around. It's essentially like the concept of what I'm thinking. Something that doesn't exist, but should exist.
Wow.
It's inspired originally by
My goodness.
the story of when Plato started the first academy, because it was amongst a bunch of grove of trees, so it was just a bunch of, philosopher means lover of knowledge, so it's a bunch of people who love knowledge joining at a place where, the material and financial rigmarole that's been involved with education and inspiration and passion. And speaking from my own experience, this is something that I wish existed in my childhood. So I didn't constantly feel left out, being like, because typically in order to get into a gallery, you need to pay money, or you need to have some skill, or you need to pay a certain amount of money to do a workshop. And not every kid and not every person, even older, younger, whatever, who's curious about the practice of art, because it's ancient and it's holy, they might be intimidated by that idea of like, oh, I need to have this stuff, or I need to get some sort of skill, or whatever, where this is really just about the love of art or ideas and creativity, really.
And just kind of being with people, probably.
Yeah.
And that's.
Yeah, and I view it as like me just showing up and sitting there and working on my own drawing or reading poetry or writing poetry or what have you, and if people want to come and join, they can. And over my whole life, I've seen many times where if I put myself in a public place and just draw and forget where I am, it usually is really curious. People are really curious to come over and just talk or whatever. Anytime I've drawn in public on the street, or years ago when I was in jail, I could sit there and a crowd of people would sit around me watching me. It's something that you don't see every day. And an open studio environment where there is no judgment, there is no requirement, I feel like that really fosters something that I can't really even articulate, but it's magical, so I'm just hoping for any opportunity to create something that doesn't exist. So,
That sounds lovely.
but I respect 100% the democratic process.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
And I love your hand-drawn font.
Well, I printed the font out and then traced it on my lightbox. I can't
Oh, okay.
lettering
Okay.
at the same time because
It looks.
I did the whole drawing
Yeah.
over again multiple times. But that drawing, there's been like 3 or 4 or 5 iterations of that. And that original creativity is originally a title to a drawing of a tree I did like 5 years ago, but I'd given away. So I was trying to bring back the symbolism and then I included the book there. Because
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me share.
Thanks, Roscoe.
Thank you. Okay. Moving on, this is board organization, and the board work plan and the rules of procedure. We had kind of left those open from the last time. I did not make any more progress on organizing those, or anything else other than what we already had. So, I don't know if we should just maybe keep track of what we're doing and have a natural flow to how we are working as a board, if that would be helpful. And just keep in mind some things that we should hit once a year. Reviewing policies, this seems to be a big one. And these are like spread out through the year. On the trustee calendar from the Stowe Library, I didn't find the actual file that was printed out from the Pawlet Library work calendar that was from like 2021. I don't know where the original file is, so I don't know if anybody has any thoughts on the trustee work plan.
I think we can go with the stove.
The Stowe.
To start, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if somebody has a deep desire to manipulate it or whatever, we can do that.
Right, and we can
As long as we
propose
hit the
changes to it
highlights.
along the way if we wanted.
Hit the highlights.
Yeah, okay, that's for that one.
Good.
Oh, yeah, and just a note for the board organization, board structure. I think I'm going to add a board update to the agenda going forward, just to let if we have any updates on our board work. And on that note, I did the annual training that's required of board chairs from the Vermont Secretary of State. So I just want to let everybody know I finished that. Yeah. Okay, so do we want to adopt this calendar then, the Stowe calendar? Does everybody have it? Yeah,
We have
yeah, okay,
in the past.
right. It's one of the examples on the Vermont Department of Libraries website.
We had a copy of it last month though, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so.
So I don't know where I put it.
Oh.
And then I think but the only difference is that theirs is a calendar year, so we would adopt it to our fiscal year, or, starting in, after March with our organizational meeting. So it would just shift.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we adopt the Stowe trustee library calendar, and ours will start in March.
Thanks, Sue. A second?
I'll second.
Thanks, Lauren. Any more discussion?
I have a question.
Sure.
Is already one of the things on there the class or the requirement that you just attended? Is that on that list?
It's not, yeah, let's see, it's more of just as a board reviewing things, the policies and, sort of the board calendar as far as like fundraisers and stuff. Let's see, oh yeah, so, we
Because
can
things like
add-
that should maybe be added on there, just thinking of like longevity for next
Right,
chair to know that,
add,
or remember that.
board training, and hopefully,
Or onboarding training, like when there's a new
Right.
trustee.
yeah,
Right.
that makes sense,
Which is separate, I
onboarding.
think,
That would
from
be in the,
worksheet.
that would probably happen, onboarding in the March,
After
organizational, yeah.
There's some great resources in the Vermont Department of Libraries. I know when I first got on the board, there were those things, so.
Yeah. They are good, and I was hoping that we would also have some board work, as well, extra from that, but.
We put it in our budget, didn't we?
Sorry, what?
We put it in the budget, didn't we? Board
For
work?
next year, yeah,
Yeah.
yep. I mean, next fiscal year, yes, yeah, we did. Reflect our calendar. Okay, so I will add board training and onboarding. Okay, and then I'll just make a copy and send it to everybody. I'll enter all this, and then we can also, I think, I'd like a list of our policies so that we would know what we want to review and how, through the year. That makes, I think I'll do that too. Okay, so any
Now we
more?
need, oh yeah,
Sorry.
sorry. Yeah.
Did you want, any other discussion? Store calendar, okay.
I'll adjust my motion.
So the amendments that we just
Amendments
spoke?
We just talked about, yeah.
Okay, thanks,
Yeah,
Sue.
good.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? No? Okay. I will get that out to people.
So the board doesn't do any kind of retreat type thing, and, right?
Well, hasn't, right, and that is something I did want to talk about, in our discussion. I think it would be, it's good timing.
Yeah.
It's not a tradition or hasn't happened. Okay, so that's the trustee calendar, and then the rules of procedure. I didn't get a chance to look at them. They are pretty, it was quite a bit of them. I know, Sue, you had mentioned wanting to go over the rules of procedure. Was there anything in particular that you were wanting to talk about, or was it just the sort of,
I don't remember. what I
oh,
said.
you had said you wanted to go over the rules of procedure for meetings.
I was feeling pretty ambitious that day.
Yeah, so I sent everybody that link to ours,
Oh,
and
right.
it is
Yep.
like 6 pages, yeah, of,
We talked about how
Stuff.
that's what enforced into signing that last time. and
Right.
It's a little bit more than,
we were told to ratify it. It had been approved prior to my being on the board, and yeah, so this might be something that we would take to the lawyers and have them suggest or read it out. Okay,
Yeah, there were a couple of things that surprised me.
and they're in conflict with the bylaws too. So, yeah, right, and it's kind of all intertwined. Like, I think that to make good progress on things like this, having a board retreat would be kind of a big first step for that, so that we would all be in alignment and understand where we want to go and what we would like to focus on and what is important to the board. So it kind of, it's all related. Yeah. So,
So I
Yep.
I found the ones from Bennington. Is that the ones we had, yeah. I think I was just looking at other towns.
right,
Yeah, never mind. I was just looking at them.
another example of,
Yeah.
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 So where did these originate?
I don't,
I
they,
think the previous chair,
yeah, we don't really know.
Okay.
no, I mean, he was, but
He came up with the, yeah.
he presented it, and so that was one of his things.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I forget, I don't know what meeting they were discussed and,
I mean,
They're dated and signed,
yeah, it would be
right?
dated.
no, that was though,
But it was
we were
ratified.
ratifying it. We weren't actually, at that time, I don't believe we were discussing these. We were just
No, there was no
saying
discussion.
that they had, yeah, so we were just saying that they had already been approved. That was how I remember it being explained to us.
Because May 7th, 2024 is when it was signed.
Right,
Yeah,
We're ratified.
but it was,
yeah.
and then like you see, this is a different, that page is a different color. I mean, it's been scanned in, it's kind of, I don't, yeah. Yeah, it just feels a little strange. So, okay, so we would go start with a sample and then bring it to us and see. Okay. And then I think, Sue, you were also thinking about something to be said in front of him at the beginning of a meeting, as far as conduct and
Yes,
such.
like at the select board.
Yes.
That rules of procedure, yeah.
Yeah. So this, Yeah. This one is, so, but that's a I mean, that's just the conduct almost.
Yeah, that's like 2 sentences.
Yeah.
But, yeah, McCullough Library has one, and Bennington Library has the 11-page.
Okay,
And McCullough usually has always had good information on their website.
they do, I know, they're a really good
Yeah.
resource. Okay. So, do we want to just kind of wait on this?
Yeah, I guess I forgot what I was doing.
That's okay. Start with examples and bring to council. Yeah. Yeah,
By wait on it, do you mean?
not change anything today, obviously, because I don't think anybody's ready to make any changes. But to have it be something that is
Are
kind
you
of
ready
on
to
the
talk about it?
forefront.
I was, but that's.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay.
No.
Well, yeah, I'd love to hear anything you have to say.
Well, no,
for sure.
they're just little things that came up, but
Okay.
I think it can wait for, I think it could wait for when everyone's prepared or feeling like they want to discuss it, I think.
Are you sure?
Well, you're
'Cause
talking
I'd
about
love to
amending the
hear.
ones we have or adopting new ones? I mean, you're talking about the actual ones that we have now in
Yeah,
place,
which it
right?
sounds like
I think we might, right.
just go in a different direction, right?
I think that's
So-
what it feels like to me. I'd like to
Yeah.
start with a clean slate of a new example,
Okay,
I
that's
think.
good. Yeah.
But if there's anything in particular that you want to highlight, maybe let us know so that we would have that in mind.
Well, there was one about, public comment is open to all members of the public, not just residents of Pawlet. I don't know if that's standard, but.
That did
Yep,
stick out to
that's
me
what I
as well.
thought.
Yeah,
And there was also another one about that anyone can record,
okay.
like,
Oh, with your phone or whatever.
any member of the
Well,
public can
it's-
record.
It's in the public. That is true.
That
That
is
is
true?
true. Mhm. And I think that that any member of the public can speak, not just residents of Pawlet. It is a public meeting, so that's partly where that comes from. I think for town meeting, they differentiate by saying that you go through all the members of the town first, and then people, and I don't know that, I mean, I think the history of the library has been that it's been open to everybody. So I don't really know how to navigate that, but that was definitely something that was an interesting.
discussion
It-
point,
It
for
seemed,
sure.
yes, and it seemed like it wasn't the norm, like it had gotten inserted. Instead of being part of a normal one, that's kind of how I felt about that one.
But there were other things too, but I don't have them highlighted necessarily right now.
Okay. Okay. So do we have any kind of timeline, does anybody think of for this, feeling?
If I write myself a note, and do you want me to send everybody the McCullough and the Bennington Library rules of procedure?
Okay.
And we can look at those and use those for our examples and see what we get from those and what we get from the one we had.
So then are we gonna come up with our own idea and then run it by the lawyers? Or are we gonna ask the lawyer, that's what we're gonna do?
I would think so.
Okay.
She had, for costs, she had thought that would be
Right.
good, and she had confidence in our ability to do some really good background work for that. So I think that's what we would do, unless there's something that anybody had particular questions about, we could run to her first and then use that for the writing. My big thing is just to make sure that they and the bylaws are together, so maybe we should do the bylaws look at them at the same time.
Okay.
Was there something that you were thinking about with the lawyer? No, okay. Okay, so then next meeting, is that sounding like that? Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thanks. Okay, next we have to approve the minutes for the March 10th meeting. Do we have a motion for that?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from March 10th, 2026.
I'll second.
Thanks, thank you. Thanks both. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have approved minutes. All right, now we're on the treasurer's report.
Okay, so everybody but Amy hopefully got the 2 warrants. I sent 1 miniature. I don't know how that happened.
It was really tiny.
No, and then I printed it out. I couldn't read it. I'm like, well, I don't think you could zoom it in, so you might want to take a peek at
Yes,
this
please. Thanks.
now. Does anybody have any questions about the warrant?
I don't.
So while you're looking that over, I spoke with Julie and she went to the bank and she transferred the majority of the money that we have in our checking account into a money market account. And she recommends that we keep a balance of $5,000 in our checking account and that monthly, according to the warrant, she will transfer money as needed. So I just said I would report that back to the board, and if anybody had a suggestion or a question, but I trusted her judgment on it. I did just update the actuals, but I don't have a quarterly, like Julie hadn't finished, I will get a quarterly when we pay for the staff quarterly. So we haven't done that yet, so I'm expecting to get that from her this week, and so when she printed out this for me on the 31st, it doesn't reflect a money market, but it does tell us that our checking account balance is $103,095.61. There's a Vermont growth fund for $29,954.46, and a reserve fund of $51,671.17. And when I plugged in the actuals, it was accurate, and nothing was out of the ordinary. So
For the projection for us, where does it look like we're gonna fall as far as under budget, over budget? Like overall, and then also if there are any categories that,
well, nothing stood out except like there are things that we haven't. Well, we already did our book sale, but we didn't do an annual appeal. So there's some things that we have in our budget that we haven't done. So we're gonna come in under there, but we've also underspent.
Right.
So
yeah, so next meeting we'll be
Sure.
able to talk about that, okay.
Yeah.
But we've also had donations from people that, would that be separate
Without-
from the annual appeal?
I think so.
Okay,
I mean, a lot of the donations came in specifically for the robotics, like
Right.
the majority of the, but there were some, and I can't remember off the top of my head what the number is, but.
But it's nothing concerning, it seems like we're gonna be good? Okay.
Do you have any questions about the warrant?
No.
I had one.
Yeah.
Because I went to use Canopy last weekend, and it wasn't allowing me to.
Yeah, so I received an email that the Canopy has and we can discuss it, but the Canopy has a maximum amount allotted. We have like a budget, and it won't let people buy when it hits that limit. And so we could talk about whether or not we want to make that larger, but that's the first time that's happened since I've been on the board,
okay.
that it actually hit that maximum.
Did they don't give you a warning?
They did give a warning.
They did, okay.
But
Because I've seen warnings before, but they didn't hit it. What happened was, with the warning, I think, in the past, they would bump up the budget right then with
Who would?
the previous
Staff?
people. Yeah,
Okay, because it never came to the board.
right, because that's
So
that's something that falls under budget. If it's under the budget, if it's within the budget, then the director would decide without board approval. Mm-hmm. That's where we're in this kind of, the gray area where we're doing some the board is taking on director responsibilities, and there can be confusion about how that work, so not everything comes back to the board. It falls under the purview
Yeah, that
of the
makes sense.
director.
So
Yeah.
I guess then we could decide whether or not we want to have Sue talk to the staff and allow them to,
I don't know how to do it, though.
well,
And
I
they
It probably
If
isn't
it
that
goes to
complicated.
you,
it doesn't go
then,
to me, they forwarded
Oh.
it, they forwarded it to me.
okay,
Because, I don't know, because I'm the treasurer, I guess.
right.
That was why, yeah. We're having a
So,
meeting
and I just
tomorrow.
didn't feel like I could make that decision without board discussion.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And I didn't also think that, it was a warning, so I didn't know if it exceeded that or not.
Does,
Right.
do we have any idea of the statistics of Canopy? Is it increasing then, I guess? Sounds like it might be.
I mean,
Is it
Helen,
on, it would be on the, is it on the report?
Oh, I didn't see the report. I remember this one, okay.
when I came in and asked Helen about it, she said that 2 or 3 more people had signed up for it just this month.
I think the numbers have gone up.
Yeah.
But
So that's all
Yeah.
that she said, and more people were using it. That was
It's
just
been a
her.
long winter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, wait, this is, these are for everybody? Okay. Yeah, these are the reports for everybody, but,
I haven't looked at it.
okay. I don't
wanna
see Canopy on here. Oh, sorry, can you come back? Oh, there it is.
You want the- I shouldn't take
362
one?
visits. I'll just, these 2 of them go back here.
Oh, well,
Yeah. Sorry.
Vote on it, right?
Yeah, so it's hard to know, we don't know the history about how many.
Oh, how many?
362 visits, 48 movies played. So,
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
want to check it out.
where does that fall in the budget? I can't, I think the category has
it's
changed.
technology.
Yeah.
It's in technology. We put it in technology.
In the warrant, did it go into technology? Because I thought it said something different this time.
Is that wrong? For Canopy?
Yeah.
It's in here. I looked at it.
But where is it on here?
It's right here.
I'm trying, so, is 340 not?
Movies, it just says.
It's technology.
Okay.
It's under technology, like Comcast.
Okay. The description, okay, isn't the actual,
Right.
okay. Okay. Then, yeah, just, I guess my thinking would be that if we have room in that budget, then I would imagine that Sue would be able to work with, staff to
Sure.
approve
So,
that.
I mean, I'll look at the budget and see where we fall in our but, who would have thought we would be acting without a director this long, I guess? I mean, I don't,
That's fine. We can
I also
just, we
think
can,
that
we can talk, I can talk about it with them and we can, and we can raise it up.
I don't even know what the actual
It's
monthly amount
69
is.
a month now.
69?
Yeah, here.
That's what this bill is. No, that's per checkout.
But this is under, because the bill's been up to like $117
Yeah,
before.
it goes by the checkouts.
So,
This is, well,
it really makes sense.
yeah.
No, unless it's like a per day.
No, it's credits. It's this weird thing. So you can
So
check
this is-
something out and it is like 5 credits or something is fewer credits. So it depends on what people, maybe like a series might be more credits
Oh,
or something along those lines.
What a patron uses,
So,
then a patron would have their 11 credits for the month, and then depending on how many they use,
yeah.
that's how many.
but my question is though, Sue, like,
But
why would they say that we've exceeded our budget this month or our limit at $69 when usually our bill's like 117?
I don't know.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't either.
Yeah,
This is like, the bills, they're anywhere from 62 to 117. That's the range.
Right.
I'm gonna meet with Helen and Heidi tomorrow.
Okay. Maybe they know more about it.
Yeah,
Because then maybe there's a next level too of how much it'll go up, that we can put in,
another's
Right.
$50.
Cap.
approved to max it,
Yeah.
at this amount or something.
Yeah. Maybe
without
that
board
budget
approval.
old. I don't know. Okay.
How
Any
that increments work or something.
I mean, that's good that there's 3 new accounts this month.
Right? Yeah.
But if you can't play movies, it's not good.
It's not helpful.
Right.
Right. Yeah,
They open it but can't access it.
Right. Yeah, that would be good to get to
Get
the
it.
understanding of the billing and related to our budget and where that falls. Is that the only thing in technology or is there anything else?
Comcast is under technology,
Okay.
and that's it.
So,
I don't know if anyone saw my name on the payback, and that's because our credit card is not working, because it was late last month, and Julie sent the, I don't, so I just used my credit card and I'm getting reimbursed for the merchandise. And I'm hoping that resolves, which I can't understand, because I think the credit card is through the bank that our checking account is in, so I just can't believe that it would take this long.
I think she still mails it though. It's not, I don't think it's within the bank.
6 days though, 7 days. But mail
Mail's
seems to
been-
be a little
yeah.
less reliable.
yeah.
For sure.
So hopefully, because there are other things we've tried to order that aren't working. The credit card is still not working, including our phone bill. That I got a message about today, so I was thinking about going and just paying it and then get reimbursed, but I was more hoping that the credit card would be functioning.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, like, you know, the credit card payment was late, but it wasn't anywhere near our maximum. Like, we haven't.
Right, that's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
that's
Which is
weird.
really
Yeah,
puzzling.
yeah.
We have a $1,500 limit, and the bill was, you know, between 4 or 7. I can't remember which one it was though, but not a lot. So we had a lot left. So I don't know, but hopefully we'll get some green lights soon. But any other questions on the warrant? I think we'll keep it until we vote on it.
Is the young adult books was 197, I was just wondering, does anybody know specifically what, is that like a typical amount?
No, that's more than we've spent so far. We're way under budget with our book buying, but this month we had a program with gardening, and I think quite a few of those were.
That wasn't a
Oh,
program.
no, actually, that was,
No, it was
That was-
a series.
there was a series
of
that
young
I
adult
think-
books that
yes,
we didn't have.
for an
Yeah.
award, like, aren't they
The
part
Green
of this?
Mountain
The Green
Book
Mountain, okay,
Award.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
Helen,
okay, yeah.
yeah, that was the young adult.
Yep,
And I think Helen had talked to you about that, or you talked to Helen about
I talked
getting
to
those.
I didn't,
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
All right, do we have a motion to approve the warrant?
So moved.
Thanks, Amy. And second?
A second.
Thanks, Phoebe. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, we have the approval to sign the warrant.
There you go.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, now we're on to the library report. Sue? And that was just passed around to everybody.
Okay. What'd I just do? Okay, yeah, so do you want me just to read just read most of it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Whatever you feel like doing.
Okay.
Thank you.
It doesn't, whatever you feel like
Well,
doing.
We had the Seeds of Spring event on March 14th, and had a full day of, we're calling it seed enthusiasm. We boosted the seed catalog with huge donations of seeds from the Charles C. Hart Seed Company and through Master Gardener Corey Rail. We were able to enter seeds in the Koha system so they can check out the seeds and we know what seeds are being checked out. Slate Valley Action Group held a seed swap throughout the day, which did have a lot of interest, and I know that the kale seeds sprout beautifully. I will tell you that.
After
Yeah.
the winter sewing
Yes, and
presentation.
Corey did her winter sewing presentation, and it really works. You can get seeds to sprout out in the snow.
Shoot,
It's amazing.
Wow.
Missed
Really
that.
amazing.
Yeah.
So that was fun. We had a good time. Last two, we had robotics class. The last one was in March. And Anne Marie and I are talking about having a summer program and using 3D printers to make game pieces for like board games.
Yeah.
And so we're hoping to do that in August. And tomorrow, what we'd like to do is work with, I guess, Helen to put out information to people about the summer program, if it's okay with everybody. Okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll start working on that tomorrow. And we had a good time. Kids had a good time. They learned a lot and pretty enthusiastic. We had a small group, but it was an enthusiastic group. Story times on Thursdays between 11 and 12. It's designed for children 1 to 5 years old. The children have done community outreach with the food pantry, and as part of their story time study, they'll be tending plants that will be donated to the food pantry for their patrons to take home and grow food themselves. Any extra will be planted in the community garden. It's a really nice program. Schedule from April to June has been created and distributed through the library and social media, as well as through the Medowee Community School. We've broadened our social media outreach beyond our own Facebook page to include some of the local groups we're connected to: Front Porch Forum, Manchester Community Forum, Northshire Community Forum. Last 2 sessions of the month each brought us a new Storytime family. And one of the mothers participated in the children's programs 15 years ago. So, new generation. Home Builders is still active and busy. Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9:30 to 10:30, average of around 8 people, and Andrea Brody's taken over as the facilitator of the program. Lisa May is doing chair yoga on Tuesdays at, so it's 11:45. And mat yoga on Thursdays and Tuesdays at 5. And we have a good turnout for that, usually 7 or 8 participants for the mat yoga. And chair yoga's been busy, but I'd say 5 to, I guess it says 7 participants, that's,
Yeah,
it is.
there was a big
There's been a
one.
bunch,
Yeah.
Carl Anton continues to give guitar lessons 2 or 3 times a week. He's picked up another regular student for March, so it's nice to have guitar music in the library. Pawlet Scholarship Committee and Slate Valley Action and Pawlet Historical Society use the building for their meetings. And Lisa May had her artwork in our Cubby Art Show place. She expressed how much she enjoyed sharing her work with the community and the conversations that sprang up with neighbors and friends and community members. The next artist is Ruth Lampy, and her artwork is in there right now. And this Saturday, from 11 to 1, we're having a reception for her here at the library. And it's going to be light refreshments and we'll look at artwork and visit with neighbors.
How do artists get?
They just,
They just raise their hands,
Yeah.
basically?
yeah.
That's something that I did look into that. The board should come up with a policy if we want to expand it. This was kind of a pilot program just to see if there was interest and if it worked. So, yeah.
I think it's working.
Yeah, it does seem to tie in pretty well, but it's, there are a lot of different,
I was gonna say, your work should
Yeah,
be
all right.
a
Yeah.
potential
The
month.
world really hasn't seen a lot of it.
right.
I've seen a few of your animal pictures and or drawings and their paintings
Yeah,
or
it's
drawings.
usually commissioned, but
They're amazing.
I got my dog Tia's, but that's my special one. But I have a really cool portrait of Malcolm X I've been trying to just give away.
Oh.
It's like this big, a portrait of Malcolm X, like doing like this, you know. It's pretty cool. And then I have an Abraham Lincoln piece on some pretty creatively as an older one.
Wow.
But I got a bunch of other big panels. I could send you pictures if you want.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I that was something I wanted to work on.
Back
is
off
the-
of what I was mentioning earlier.
Right.
I didn't, obviously, I don't like to plan things like creatively, I like to allow, but I have like visions of like, the first thing that I would sit and draw if I would kind of would basically be that tree that you saw, but it'd be like a big version, like highly detailed or whatever, and then I could get that to the library. Or I could even take influence from whoever, in regard to symbols on the tree or what have you,
Yeah.
I'd be totally willing to work with sharing my creativity with the library if you even wanted something like specific, like a portrait of the library or whatever, I think, so.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we do need to
Formalize.
Yes.
formalize it so nobody gets
Slight.
Yes.
slighted
Yeah.
or
Yep.
yeah.
I did,
Yeah.
I can pass or bring it to the next meeting. I did some
Did you
preliminary
do-
work
oh,
for sure.
super,
Yeah.
Super.
And then, yep, because I feel pretty strongly about that too.
Yeah, sure. The Valentine chain, number of patrons, each part of the chain is a patron, and then we've got this long chain throughout the center room.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. nearly 300 checkouts. 8 new early reader and easy reader children's gardening books, 14 new adult gardening books are here. The Green Mountain Book Award nominated books are up to date. Green Mountain Book Award targets literature specifically for students grades 9 through 12. So, yeah, we are up in March in adult patrons, young adults. Children coming in the morning is the same. Children in the afternoon is down just a little bit. Little children, we have a lot more little children showing up, and new patrons for March. So far we had one. So, books. So we checked out 262 books in March. Only one of them was large print, but we're in the process of moving the large print books from the back room to the main room, hoping that people that need them will find them there and take advantage of them, because we do have quite a few. Interlibrary loan, items sent 18, items received 15. Canopy is overloaded, apparently. And Libby, we had 95 books checked out. So what we were, is this where we would talk about the, maybe expanding our hours?
Well,
Or do you want to?
yeah, sure. I just wanted to ask about the Libby.
Yep.
So when you check out on Libby, it's 2 weeks instead of longer? And I was just wondering if that's determined by the group that we are in, or if we have any say over that as a library.
Good question. I was wondering that too.
I don't know, is the answer to that. I thought it went by the book, because sometimes. No? Okay.
And it's only 2 weeks, and it's very frustrating for me.
I know.
And this is me as a patron, not as the board chair, but I am just bringing it up because I had asked in the past and was told that it wasn't 2 weeks, but it is 2 weeks for everything.
I get 7 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no canopy and 7 days.
Oh, maybe you're on a different list. Well, maybe that's changed. It was 2 weeks at one time,
Somebody told me you can change it to 2
but you
weeks.
can't.
But
Like, you
I know,
can't.
I looked that up and I couldn't.
Yeah.
New releases or shorter times?
No, it's just all, and I know it's the licensing of the book, but I just don't know if our library can change what we pay for, or if it's the Green Mountain Library Consortium that determines
Right.
what we can do. That's my
So do you
question.
want me to call him tomorrow?
If, I mean, because If it's asked, if it's come
My
up.
guess would be that it wouldn't be a library decision,
Right, my guess too.
because otherwise every library would be different maybe, and.
Well, I mean, but you do check out what, you do say what library you're from when you're
Right.
checking the book out.
Right.
So, but, and we might have feedback that it was too short
Yeah.
to the
I can ask
consortium.
them. I used to read it a lot during COVID. I
Yeah.
read a lot, and I read some really long books. I can't believe it only took me 2 weeks.
Well, there are things that you can do for that, but yeah.
I mean, oh no, I believe you and everything. I'm just surprised. Yeah, wild.
Yeah, and especially when you check out books in person, it's 4 weeks generally,
Right.
unless they're new releases.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah, I can.
That's a,
I can-
yeah, big difference.
right.
I just have to buy every book that I have. It's just necessary. I write it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 days is real pressure.
Right, right. And nothing
That
else
is a
can
lot of
happen in that 7 days.
And you
It's
can't
like-
renew it?
You can sometimes, but you have to hit the right window.
But sometimes you
It's-
get put
If
to the bottom
somebody
of the
else,
pile.
yeah,
Yeah, and it's
I know
really
that.
annoying.
I didn't realize.
I don't get a lot of reading time, so. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, so then we can talk about that, the
Okay.
hours that you wanted to
Yeah,
bring up.
so what we've been talking about is extending the hours that the library is open. And there would be, like with Heidi and Helen, there would be overlap in the middle of at least one of those days, but I don't know about Friday. I haven't talked to you on Fridays what that would be, but we can figure that out. We're talking about on Wednesdays and Fridays, opening at 9. And then on Wednesdays, staying open until 7 o'clock at night, and Fridays just do 9 to 5. So Fridays, it would just be increasing the day by 1 hour. And on Wednesdays, it would be 4 hours, 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. And then in the morning, there's people here on with Bone Builders anyway, so we might as well open up
Right.
at 9, because they're here at 9:30 anyhow, and there's quite a few of them. And so if we were
Right.
open, it would be better, get people getting their books and things. And then on Wednesdays, we could have like an art group or knitting group or both, or combined art knitting group or whatever.
Yeah.
Or whatever kind of thing people wanted to do toward evening.
Just kind of
We'd be open
Yeah.
one evening a week that way.
to allow for natural groups to form even, right?
Yeah.
That sounds really nice.
How much would that cost?
I don't think it wouldn't cost, it would go from, we could even make it so that it wouldn't cost anything. Because they'd be overlapping, except the Friday I'm not sure about, and that would be 1 hour.
Well, we have
Different.
had them working earlier on those days already, so it's only
Some of
the
the
2
days.
hours extra a week of
The
paid
Wednesday
time.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So it's, and
Yeah.
Oh, that's
again,
right.
with our budget,
No, I
it's
forgot.
we
And it
have
would
a
be
lot of
one-
leeway in that
It'd be
budget.
one person, not both people, right, for the extension?
Right, so it's it's 2 labor hours is what I meant,
Yep.
or what I said.
You
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
One person for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it would be about 2 hours a week
Of, yeah.
more perhaps. I mean,
That sounds really
I
exciting.
think that it's really good, and especially if there's interest already, and we don't know what we could attract, as far as different people, once they know it's open. Yeah,
then we could always reevaluate it too.
Right.
Trying it by
Yeah.
next winter, see if
right.
people still wanted to be out at 7 o'clock at night. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
they
love-
would. Maybe they want to get out of the
depends
house.
what's going on, maybe.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
You know?
something fun.
Right.
Yeah. And so anyway, I would like to do that.
Okay, so we would probably need a board approval to change the open hours.
Right, so it would be Tuesday would stay 11 to 5, Wednesday would go 9 to 7, Thursday is still 11 to 5, Friday would go 9 to 5 instead of 10 to 5, and Saturday would still be 10 to 2.
Yeah,
I'll make a motion to adopt those hours.
okay, thanks, Lauren. Second,
Second.
thank you, Amy, and any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Nope, okay, great.
So,
So we have, new hours, thanks, that's great.
When can we
Yep.
start?
Whenever, as soon as.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. Whatever. Roscoe, you're around?
I came here Saturday morning,
Oh my gosh, okay,
or, yeah, Saturday, or not morning, but like 10 o'clock, I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna go anyway.
great.
So I was like, I'm just gonna go.
That's-
We're
well,
off.
that's what I
Read
mean.
Faust, because
Yeah, that's
I've been
great.
in love with Faust, and I haven't been back in it in a month, so I was like, I'm gonna go, so I sat out here and read it.
Nice.
Yeah,
But totally, I'll be here tomorrow at 5.
Okay.
that could be a headline, Gordon.
What's that?
new library hours?
Yeah.
So far, that's the headline.
That is, that's what you
But
got.
I'm waiting.
That's what you got.
Ooh, just wait, there's more.
Are you sure the Libby discussion?
I mean, Canopy was pretty controversial.
I think Phoebe just goes special treatment in the wrong way. Can't get on Canopy, can't get on Libby.
You're right.
So I'll let Helen know tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, so it'd be Helen would work later. So I'll let her know oh, no, can we not do it tomorrow?
Whenever you guys, you're,
I have meetings with Anne Marie and Helen and Heidi early in the day.
uh-huh,
And so I don't, oh no, it'll work. Never mind. It'll
Okay.
work because-
sure?
Yes, because Helen would come in at 11, Helen would come in at 11, and she could do 11 to 7.
okay,
And then Heidi will be coming in earlier,
okay,
because it's Wednesday. Okay, you're good
okay,
for tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
okay, great.
No rush either way. And
No,
this
that's-
was just my own harebrained idea I pitched, so it's totally, I just appreciate any opportunity to be in a space and be able to have the freedom to draw.
And
And
then,
then invite people that also would like to maybe draw or think or talk.
yeah, that sounds great.
I
Yeah,
like us being open at night too,
Mm-hmm, yeah, definitely.
more accessible.
Yes, for sure, after
After
normal work
school, after
hours.
work
Yep,
hours. Yep, I think that's good.
perfect.
It'll be interesting if we do have, I mean, I know we already keep data, but if there are new people who show up or not, and
Right.
we can
That would,
see
yeah,
Right,
if there are
that would
good
be a
things to
good
change.
breakout, yeah.
Yeah.
that's, yeah, why we changed it to the time of day was
Yep.
helpful. Great. And then, so then Lauren, is that all for you, Sue, for the library report?
time clocks.
Oh, right, time clocks.
There's a sheet right by your hand.
Oh, this one, okay.
Countryside.
Countryside alarms?
Oh, wait,
This is the camera.
No, that's not time clock, that's
Yeah.
the
Alarm.
alarm, the
Yeah, the camera.
Cameras, it's cameras.
Okay.
I haven't even looked at it.
Oh, okay. So,
So you probably didn't get my email about countryside alarms either.
so did the alarm, or the camera, did you
Yeah.
want to talk about this?
Yeah.
This is, so we have it from Countryside, 2 terabyte hard drive, for recording, just to work on the library's computers. And then the cost is 4 channels, 2 terabyte hard drive, 4K and 4 megapixel technology. It is the total system. I mean, I can pass this around, but the system is $34.95, so that's $3,495. And then additional cameras are $889 wired, and installed with Surface Cat 6, which, oh, cable, okay. So,
Well, we can look around.
okay. And that was just, this was, were they able to talk about the society, or the Preservation Society's issues, or is that,
That's,
or were there any issues?
Helen's been trying to get a hold of Meg, and they've emailed back and forth, but nothing has come in solid yet. I don't think it's gonna be a problem, because, I mean, we'll have to talk to her.
Okay.
But there's cameras at the town hall.
Right, yeah,
And they have the same outside rules,
that's what I figured,
so
yeah.
it should be okay.
Yeah.
But that just sounds like more than I would wanna spend.
That does sound like a lot more than I was thinking.
Yeah,
I guess it's integrated with their, security system type of stuff.
yeah,
But, it's a lot more than I was.
yeah.
And then also, then that has to go out to bid if it's that high, huh?
Right.
So,
Right,
anyway, yeah.
So time clocks, I haven't gotten anywhere with that.
And that, I know we were close to getting something on those. Is there, what was
Yeah.
the issue, do you know?
I don't even know.
Can
Okay.
I go back to this, though? This is for a camera by the back door and the front door?
I think it's just the front door.
Just the front door?
That's, I don't see that it's two. Do you see that it's two?
Yes, it is.
Is it two front
Total
and back?
system above with two,
Two, okay.
and then it says whatever, HD dome cameras for $3,500. Additional cameras at $889.
Okay,
Alright,
so
so-
that's just for
And
two.
that's what you're thinking, though, the one on the back door and one on the front door?
Right, that's what we were talking about.
I personally have 4 Ring cameras, and that's a total of $10.50 a month.
Right.
The initial cost is around $225 per camera. So
Yeah,
it'd be like $1,000 plus $10.50 a month.
that's a little bit more what I was
Yeah.
thinking about.
With these,
Just knowing of those.
But yeah, they're not,
with these,
yeah,
well, does yours goes on your computer too?
it's right here on my phone right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about privacy issues? Is there any kind of advantage? I
From
don't-
that to the, from,
I don't know what that is expensive. When you can, buy a Ring, or
Or there are other brands too that
Yeah.
are similar competitors.
we have another brand at the diner.
Sorry,
We have cameras at the diner.
right.
I don't think it's Ring, but we can access it on our phones. It's working.
do you want to see what it is at some point and just let us know?
Sure.
I mean, you're okay with them?
Yeah, no, they've been great. We had to get them when there was a series
Okay,
of
to look at.
break-ins that we had,
Okay.
so they were very helpful.
And I can say Ring has the best customer service.
Yeah.
I call and they like totally help me do everything and super user friendly. But
It sounds good.
good to know.
Mine's the same type of thing. It's
yeah,
the
you can
same.
just access it. The staff could access it.
Yeah.
And how
There's an
long,
app.
how long do you have it for?
So you can get different ones. You can get ones that are solar, so they're charging themselves. Mine are batteries, so it tells me when they go low, and I can put the
Rechargeable battery.
rechargeable
But,
battery.
I mean, the storage of the,
There's no
You pay a
unlimited.
monthly fee,
right,
but
it's
yeah,
forever on there?
That's-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you can go through and star which ones are concerning or not, and send them to your phone, to your Gmail, whatever.
depending on what you pay, some are saved in the system longer than others.
Right, okay,
So
yeah,
that's.
But it doesn't bog up anything like
right,
in your phone.
It's cloud, probably, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to
But we
save
would,
forever. I
well,
mean,
we could have our policy could be that it would,
delete after a month or
yeah,
something.
exactly.
Me dog walking out there. I'm thinking the
We'll
town
just
hall's
get
gonna have
some
some really
town-
great ones of my, me out there.
I mean, we just, yeah, that, we don't want it for,
You
a
put a couple
huge,
like recording bugs over there.
Me yelling at my dog.
There.
Yeah, you'd hear a lot of stuff out there.
so, so then what do we want to do? Should look into
Look at-
smaller
Yeah.
packages or
Sure.
something like that? Okay. That sounds good to me. Seems like it, I mean, I thought it was gonna be fairly straightforward
Yeah.
and simple and not that expensive.
Right.
Sue, did you take on this one? Do you want,
I didn't, what is that?
or the one that went around, the one from
It's
Mount Holly?
over here, yeah. Or did,
Yeah, or like who's looking into it? That's what I just want to clarify.
Oh, yeah, I'll look into it because I'll have, Helen or Heidi look into it.
Okay.
Do you want to send us information?
Yeah, I was
about
gonna say, otherwise I can help too.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
Yeah, that would be great.
Because I've had other systems as well.
Okay.
thank you. So then the time clock is the next one that was still
Yeah, I
open?
haven't done
Okay.
anything on that.
Was there a problem or an
No.
issue? Okay.
No,
I wasn't
just-
just sure if there was,
Laziness,
I'm sure it's not laziness.
forgetfulness.
Yeah. Okay. So that's there. Okay. So then, so Lauren, you had wanted to talk about the website, and I was actually thinking about the website as well. I was wondering if we should revisit it with Les, even the person who had done that work, just to see again where we are, because last time I don't think that we got to speak directly with him, so it was filtered, and I think that would be kind of good too, but that's kind of a bigger thing, because that's like the big structural
Yeah,
issue with the
I think
website.
I think they're two separate issues. I
Yeah.
think that what Helen's offering to do is take one day, one day, and just work on improving what we have. I mean, that is definitely not a long-term solution, but short-term solution, it could function a whole lot better. And if it gives us the ability to put Square on there live, that would be really helpful.
Would we have the input? And actually, so you didn't go through Sue for that? It was,
No, and it happened spontaneously, and I think it was around the Square because Helen seems to have a lot of more knowledge about technology, certainly than I do, but
Well, she uses Square, does she use it at
I
the?
think so.
Farmers markets?
And so I said I thought there was a problem because Nina wasn't able to get that working. I thought there was a problem with WordPress and Square, but she seemed to think that that was not the problem. And she thought that, and she could probably put together some kind of offering about what she thinks she could improve on the current website, but it just seemed to me to make sense to give her a day's investment of time to try to work through that and get a live Square on there, and also just whatever improvements that she thinks she could make. I think that again, like that's a short-term thing. I think the website
Right.
it's a big deal, but it seems to be one that we've paused on because I think we've wanted to work with the director in that.
right.
I don't know if
Well, I think that
I did speak with Les a couple
you
of years.
did,
I
that
did.
was before, that was a long, yeah.
It wasn't recently.
Right.
And frankly, in a couple of years, 2-3 years, I don't know what kind of improvements or what kind of options. I don't know what that would look like or what he's already done for time and organization or not, because no
Right.
one's seen the work that he did.
Right.
I think a lot of it was just organizational and preliminary stuff. I don't know. I don't. Why should I say that? I really don't know.
Okay.
So I don't know what people's thoughts are about Helen taking a day to try to, and also I don't know if anyone has individual feedback or things that they think, they would want updated on the website as far as organization and stuff like that now. I was just thinking about Square. I wasn't thinking about, because I know what you said that there are
I have
problems.
a lot of structural, I do have a lot, and I think
Yeah.
that if we do this, it would need to be prescriptive, I think, and we would be able to say, this is what we think should happen, not a free, free for all, but just, I think there's a lot of structural things, I think that it's on the logic of it, I don't know, I've done some
Yeah.
website work before, and so I think that could be tweaked pretty easily and quickly and not a lot of work, but, and then also, our minutes and that I think is good thing to improve on, that, for accessibility.
So I would hate to have to I don't know if you want, how we could move forward. Maybe we could think collectively right now, how we can move forward, because even prescriptively or with you already have probably concrete ideas, Corey, about things that can be improved. I just, again, I want the square on there. I want it live for people to be able to donate, and I want to be able to sell merchandise. And if she can do that, then I think that would be worth a day's wages to do that, to have that happen.
Could people even pay like for yoga and things like that on there then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's what I'm thinking,
And
right?
I was wondering about that, about even Venmo for, payments for that. Yeah. Yeah, for yoga especially, but,
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, the library doesn't have a Venmo account now, right?
right, that's what I mean, the setting, it's just like, there's a lot of, there's all of that.
There's all sorts of improvements we can make, but we do have the square apparatus.
Right.
We have it.
Yeah.
And it's so
Yeah.
convenient. You can use your phone, you can use a credit card, you can use your camera. So I would like Sue to be able to talk to Helen and try to figure out a day, but I don't know how to include any other short-term improvements or quick improvements that could be made.
You have, besides the square, Corey, do you have like a list?
I don't have an actual, I mean, I have not a formal yet, but I could come up with some stuff. And again, it's just, sort of categorization and organization of things, how that information is presented. The logic isn't quite there.
Yeah.
And again, what it ends up being is, it feels like it's not as transparent as we want to be, basically.
Well, I hate putting any more work on you, but would you be able to do that to get to,
Yeah, I sure could, yep.
Okay, so I'll ask Helen what, like,
she's like a Monday, but
Yeah.
she can't for a few Mondays anyway. But anyway,
Okay.
I said we had to discuss it
okay, we
anyway,
should work
so.
on the website. And Corey will pass along a list of other things besides the square that she
Yeah.
can start working on on the Monday that
And then,
she,
and then if are we saying how many hours? Like,
Well, she thought a full day of uninterrupted time, so she,
like 6 or
so
8.
8 or 6, yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I'm assuming a day is 8 hours, but maybe she would say, we could agree to 6 to 8 hours, no more than 8 hours?
I might have some feedback too, so I can just email that.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
6 to 8 hours, and then the priority, we would prioritize, square, and that would be like in that button, where the button was for Donor Snap, that I took it off because it didn't work. So, yeah. Okay. Right.
Okay. So I'll make a motion that, or should I make a motion that we do that?
I mean, I don't really know if it needs it, but
Okay, then
we might, yeah.
that's fine.
We're all in agreement. It is, again, just director/staff work that,
Okay.
within the budget of what we have.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. Phew. So we are, that was,
Go home and eat food, I'm really hungry.
all right, thank you, thanks for coming.
Bye, Ross.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Maybe
again
see you tomorrow.
for hearing me and giving me the opportunity.
Yeah,
I really believe in the magic and healing power of art,
yeah, for sure, thanks.
Bye.
Okay. So, quick update on this. The library email accounts, I've made some progress, but I haven't gotten all the way to it. I did get the information from Julie to set up as a nonprofit. So I will be working on that this week to hopefully finish that out. Okay. Fundraising. We have the discussion and possible action on the grants, which are the MERP I don't know if you have any MERP update?
Nothing.
No?
Zero.
Okay, and then I do need actually to have the board approve a plan for the ALA grant, which I sent the memo from Rhonda. I met with her, and it was very helpful. It just is really positive and exciting. So she wrote to the board to follow up on the offer to support the board in identifying next steps to fulfill the terms of the ALA Libraries Transforming Communities Accessible Small and Rural Communities Grant. So she has a memo of what has happened since the grant was awarded, and that was in 2023. And then the work that the board has done to sort of pursue the grants again, and now where we are, so the proposed forward movement. She's thinks that we should start by identifying barriers to the full and equal use of the library and developing solutions in response. She had some great ideas about how to do that, and seemed pretty well experienced with all of it. So she would be, and then the summary of the action steps for us. So our step would be to designate the ALA contact. That would be to have a trustee to serve as the point of contact. And then also reestablish connections and contact and update them on what has been done and where we see ourselves moving forward. And then Rhonda would be working to hear from people about sort of a survey of accessibility issues, and then kind of work to figure out how to kind of come up with ways to change those accessibility issues. And she was saying even there's a lot that can be done. There are certain small tweaks that people can do that don't even need the use of grant funds, but we might be able to highlight those and find those out just in this exploration, which seemed really amazing to me. So would anybody like to be the board point of contact for this? I know, if not, I can do it.
I can do it.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
but
Okay. Okay,
I can do
Phoebe, that'd be great. Yeah.
volunteer everybody.
Well, I thought she was saying no.
Oh,
That's
no.
why I thought you were saying no.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Phoebe. So, yeah, I think then we would want a motion to designate Phoebe as our point of contact for the ALA grant.
I'll make a motion to designate Phoebe as the point of contact for the grant.
Thanks, Lauren.
I'll second it.
Thanks, Sue. And any
Is there anything
discussion?
specific I need to do at this point?
No, I think just, we'll put you in touch with Rhonda, and it says to sign up with the ALA Apply, which is probably the website that, yeah, but she will work with you.
Okay.
And she was talking about this being a light touch, kind of just putting the word out and hearing from people, and it sounded not like a directed survey just yet, but just hearing from people who volunteer to communicate with us, and then she would be working on a survey.
And this is we're talking about accessibility in all different forms.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she mentioned something which I found really fascinating, which was just the emails that came out from the library were graphics heavy and wouldn't load, and so just being rural and not having that ability to have online access was kind of a little barrier, you know. And I thought that was really interesting, and she was just talking about some really small tweaks that we could do as well. So, yeah. Okay, well, all in favor of Phoebe being the point of contact, please say aye.
Aye.
And I didn't hear any, I heard it from everybody, so that is set. Thank you, Phoebe. And, yeah, I'll let Rhonda know. Okay, and now we are into the library merch swag.
Well, this is, and I'm just seeing this now, these are the final products for the robotics, which are pretty cute.
Cute.
Isn't that cute?
Oh, wow.
Here's a t-shirt.
Oh, wow.
And are these from the bill that we just signed off on from
Yes.
Wells?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what this is.
I didn't even know they had a place in Wells. that-
Oh, I thought you said, I thought you said not.
I'm just like taking note of that. That's why I was looking at the bill. Okay. Good to know for work.
Yeah, I can send you
Yeah.
a link to their, want to pass it around?
Sure.
Or you want to just pass it?
Shirt around there. Yeah. They're cute.
That is pretty fun. So is that, oh gosh.
That was enough to fulfill some of our fundraising promises, but
Okay.
also we got extra. And, you know, just not, whatever we agreed on for that order, but I think it'd be really good advertising for the kiddos to wear that, you know, around school, and certainly we could put one up somewhere here.
Yeah, do you want?
Yeah.
I know, I wonder, I'm thinking where we could put it at school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it came out really nice. So, did everybody but Amy get the graphic that I sent for the library with the comma?
Yep.
Oh,
there was a.
That was so my thing.
Actually, they sent me the graphic, and it didn't have the comma, and I had to write back saying, "Can you please?" Because I asked them when I was there in
Please.
person, and then they did, of course.
Let's look at it. Oh, the logo. Is that one the logo? Yeah.
That's the logo with, and it just says Pawlet, Vermont. I think there were two options.
There were.
Yeah.
One had the building on the back also.
Oh,
And
yeah.
one had writing on the back.
Oh, yeah. Back up.
And the building's on the front anyway, too.
Yeah, one is full and then the other one is just the,
So
like a
the
logo.
the hats are $9. The library, the totes, we found the one exactly like Sue's, like the canvas with the green. That's $10. The t-shirts are $9. Youth are $8.50. Then there's an additional charge for 2XL and up. And they also have mugs for $10, like a stainless steel insulated mugs. And water bottles. And 30-ounce aluminum mugs. The other thing they have, which if we had a website that was up to date, is they have an ability, I don't think they have it at Meadoway, but at some, because they do Meadoway's, a lot of Meadoway stuff, with some of their clients, on their website, they have a link to a shop for that, like theoretically on the library, you would have a link that would take you to their shop and you could
Yeah.
order whatever you want.
Yeah, they can put
So-
it on anything, yeah.
Exactly,
Right, yeah.
which would be, I think, I'd like to do it for the diner also. I mean, at the diner though, we sell quite a bit of merchandise and people usually like to take it with them. But I
So
think
they'd be print to order, basically.
print to order.
Right.
But obviously, I think it'd be better to have also some at the library,
In-house,
you know?
Yeah.
We had talked about,
Oh, sorry, the color? Is there any?
it could be, you know, there's an endless amount of colors.
Okay,
So.
because that green black is not my favorite, let's just say that.
The one that's on there or this green?
Well, that's the same color, I believe.
Is it?
It
It's,
probably is.
it's just, it's pretty dark. I don't know.
It is like a forest green. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or a
but it's a
spinach.
dark, it's blacker than like, it used to be, they used to have like the hunter green kind of color, and that has gone somehow.
For the library?
For
General.
their, from
This
them.
company?
Yeah.
Well, they definitely represent a lot of different companies. So, I mean, I put in different color combinations every order.
Uh-huh, okay.
And it's pretty, and they're pretty varied. I mean, they have nice heathered colors also. And it's fun to do things seasonally, but,
Right.
I don't know if you guys want to put in, if you want me to put in any kind of, do you want to, I could send you links. You could go on their website to Miller's. I can send everybody a link to their website and you could look at different colors, or I don't know, do you want to talk about colors? No, you don't want to.
Well, I guess if we're talking about
Like the
what,
green.
what we're gonna, if we would order some to have for sale here.
Yeah, I was thinking green and white, but like the book bag was green and white. It wasn't that dark, obviously.
No.
Yeah.
So I could definitely ask her for more of a hunter green color, a lighter green, but
I
not a
mean,
Kelly
this is the
green.
meadowy color.
She's done that, yeah. I mean, I know, but it changed because I have older
Yeah.
Meadowy that
Yes.
didn't have that much
Yep.
black in it, and yeah. Sorry, I just
I'm
skipped a
fine with
little.
whatever anybody thinks
Yeah,
about the color.
yeah, me too.
Is there, so there, and the book sale shirts are like blue, right? That's a different,
That's totally different.
Yeah.
And it's like a light blue, and then
Right.
they ran out of shirts, and I had to get one as close as possible within our budget.
Right.
And some people still didn't like it.
right? That wasn't me.
No. But, yeah, I'm not sure. Historically, with the
Like
library.
a branded color.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we go with white t-shirts with a green graphic instead of a green with white graphic.
Yeah, the trim.
I think that it would be better if we had more concrete things to choose from than to make, unless you want me to just make, like, I don't know how to, it's so subjective, colors, like, I think,
Yeah,
Yeah.
have people look at them.
what are you thinking?
No, I'm in agreement with everything you're saying, like, I don't know, and
We
what
could all
Corey's
do our
saying
top
too.
3.
What'd you say?
We could all pick our top 3 and see how they sync, maybe. I don't know.
And then it also depends too if
Right.
you're
I'm also okay
looking
with
for
somebody
kids
else
versus
deciding.
adults versus an item,
Right.
right? Like, the dark green, maybe not for a mug, but maybe a bright color. I'm just throwing that out there, like, whatever
Right.
the item is, or for the age group, the target population.
Well, I think
Unless we want to like brand ourselves in a
Right,
certain
I
way,
know,
you
that's,
that's the
yeah,
other thing.
that's what I was
Which-
kind of wondering.
I know. I think that well, first of all, out of the graphics that I sent, except to Amy, did anyone have a preference as to whether the back was the library or words?
Right.
Did anybody have a preference?
No, they both look nice.
Yeah.
I like the,
Sorry. Do you want me to choose? I like the words. The group is too agreeable.
I think that it's, yeah, I was thinking it was different. I don't know. When I looked at it, I was thinking the front, there were 2 options for the front. But the front, since the front has it on there already, I guess the back would be with the words. That makes kind
Corey,
of
can you
sense.
please spin it around?
Sorry, yeah. So
Okay.
it's got this, the front is this with like
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
and then the back could be either this one or with the library again and the words, or just the words. Those are the options.
Yeah, probably both the words on the back, I would say.
Yeah.
What did you say, Phoebe?
I would probably vote the words on the back, but I
Just
don't
the
have a
words.
strong feeling.
Because
Yeah,
that's
just the
already
words.
there, the repeat
I
is
would-
kind of
Yeah,
different.
I'm in agreement.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's. So, I think, because there's not a rush, I think before our next meeting in May, I'm gonna put a little bit more things together for us to be able to look concrete, and I'll try to send it out sooner for everyone to look at before we have our meeting, and then we can decide to buy maybe just an opening standard amount, maybe more than one color or not, but I think that, it just feels too vague to make a decision, obviously, tonight, so I'm gonna have to get you guys more information. I'll send you all links to the
We
website,
can look at the colors.
and then you can
Yeah.
look at the colors also, because that's gonna be overwhelming, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything coming up where we'd want these for sure by this date, by such and such date, where we'd want either us all wearing them or staff or available to the public, like an event?
Just the book sale if,
And the book
Yeah.
still has its own.
no, but it has,
To have
Oh,
them
to
for
sell.
sale?
yes, yeah,
Okay, so that's a ways off yet.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, thanks. So yes, next is the discussion of book sale. I did check in with Janine just to say hi and that we had it, I let her know we had that on our agenda. And it was great. She just said that they would like, you know, they have, the books are at Jed's, and they're waiting for the weather to warm up to start sorting again, but then they're also waiting to hear from the board as far as what the book sale would look like and, you know, having a point of contact like we've had in the past. So just opening up for discussion. Phoebe, you did want it to, I mean, you did mention that you wanted this and it was on, but yeah. So if you had any thoughts about the book sale or.
I just wondered where we were with it, in terms of our involvement, or, you know, like, I want to get a handle on it, yeah.
Yeah, well, there's nothing formal. That is, that is kind of an interesting thing. There's no like, it's not like a separate group officially. So,
It's not, or it is?
it's not.
Okay.
But they kind of function independently of the board. But then they need the board's support and organization for some of the, or a lot of the work. But they function on their own as the sorters currently, you know, and they're at Jed's barn.
Yeah.
Yeah, there isn't anything, and I don't know what that would look like or how, you know, they're not even a formal group, so that is kind of I don't know how that plays out, if that makes sense.
Is Janine the head contact? I mean, is she?
Yeah, she has, yeah, I mean, she has been the one who has reached out kind of on behalf of the book sorters. Yeah.
So they're kind of like a friend of the library group, but.
Yes, but not officially. We don't have any memorandum of understanding about that, and so, yeah.
So like for I'm making a lot of assumptions here.
Right.
The use of the school or any contracts with that would be through us, not them.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Setting the dates, do they set that? Do we set that?
We set that, but we just go with historically, it's been the last weekend of July.
Okay. Is there fees with advertising, either collection of books or the sale itself?
There are fees for advertising. I don't remember if we paid for that. I mean, sorry, if there were fees, we would obviously pay
Right.
for it. Yeah, I mean, it's all, I don't know. I personally would like to get that organized and structural, but.
I would throw my name in to be a contact for that
Okay.
project.
Okay.
And it would be really, I can just see like a conduit for otherwise somebody from that committee to come report here, much like
Okay.
Sue has been doing,
Okay.
you know, for the staff, but it would be great to have a representative here
It should-
making those requests.
Right. That would be
So-
perfect.
Okay.
Um,
Well, we can vote on that too,
Okay,
if somebody
yeah.
else is interested as well.
Sorry. Gordon has.
Somebody make a motion.
Gordon has his hand up.
So is there, in the past, there's been the rare books or books that have extra value have been kind of pulled aside. Are you gonna have a person that can do that now if the person who was doing that is no longer participating? Or have you-
We haven't heard anything that would indicate that they aren't.
Okay.
But if that's the case, then yes, we would probably need to shift, and adjust. It's kind of hard to know what the book sale looks like, but I guess we would find that out with our conduit. Yeah,
And when is the sale typically?
the last weekend of July.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion.
Okay,
We'll
thanks,
create
Lauren.
the board
And the second,
trustee
right before she gets to the.
for the book sale.
I'll second
Okay,
it.
thanks, Sue. All right, any more discussion, or any in favor, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Amy.
Thanks, Amy. Okay, and I will get you the,
Yeah.
Janine's information. They, again, she had said
Do
that,
they want to be a separate?
I,
They want to be independent.
yeah, I don't,
But
I mean,
not-
I think it has, maybe in the past, different boards had different makeup of participants. It functions very separately in my experience.
How did it function when you were on the board before?
It was completely integrated.
Really,
Yes, yes,
So you were sorting, you were doing everything.
the whole board was.
yeah.
Yeah, so that is,
Which
the
is
structural
yeah, the
difference
same.
is,
Like once a week for months beforehand? you
Oh,
guys
not
are-
sorting, no, the sorting used to be done differently too.
oh, okay.
But the people that were doing any sorting were also very involved in the board, not necessarily trustees, but they were. And I'm not saying that that's the way that it should be.
Right.
Right.
I'm just, that's the way it was.
Right, I know, it is a difference, and like, it's interesting, like the way that they keep track of, their sorting and how they keep track of things, and, the inventory process is something that, that is, I don't know. It,
It might be nice to have more integration and less separation.
right, so that's where we can discuss
Yeah.
what the board would like. I mean, it's hard to know what it all would look like, right?
Well, I can start with reaching out to
Okay.
our contact and
Okay.
go
Yeah.
pose those questions too.
Right,
Find out even how many people are still involved or interested, and like Gordon says, like if there's, I have no idea. I'm totally new to it all, so.
right.
Besides being a donor of books to it and a participant at the sale. So.
Yeah.
This is a different side for me.
Okay.
It's
That,
maybe good to look at it with a fresh eye.
it sure would, it really, it sure would, yeah.
And
I love the little post though, I tell you, that marketing is great. Whoever came up with that, you might all be opposed to it, but driving
love
by
it.
and being.
I love it.
Like, oh, it gets your attention.
Last year, we pounded those things in, that was an interesting thing, that was fun, it was really fun, actually.
yeah, I mean,
Hot
everything we
day.
did was fun.
Yeah.
But, it's, yeah.
Are those the people that do the sorting, active library patrons?
A couple,
Does anybody know?
couple are,
Yeah, I don't know for sure.
maybe a few.
Yeah. I was gonna ask something about that, I can't remember now, but, I think that would be good, thank
Okay.
you, Amy.
Yeah.
My mother ran that sale like 20 years ago.
Really?
Now we gotta
And I
bring
remember her
back up.
going all over town with these green signs, book sale.
Right?
Back when they were in 80s barn,
What?
they were in 80 Max barn.
Yes.
That's right.
To sort or for the sale.
I think they sorted at the school or here. I don't think they were sorted
Sorted
at
at
the
the
barn.
school.
I've sorted at the school,
Spent a lot
yeah,
of time doing that,
yeah,
That does seem like a lot of hauling.
There's
it
a-
is.
Sort them and then haul them. It would be really nice to sort them at the place where it's gonna be.
That's what they're doing now.
Are
They
they?
sort at Judd's.
But they're not
No,
having a
they-
sale there.
Oh,
No,
right, no, yeah.
she's talking about sorting and then hauling.
Right.
There's a ton of hauling.
You know what, there's hauling no
It doesn't,
matter
it
what.
won't, it wouldn't
True.
change it.
Yeah.
And then that makes it, they go directly to the section, so that's helpful.
And Chris Ross, the last couple of years, has transported them all at once in his truck, in his covered truck, which is really nice.
Yeah, and that helps make it
That was-
faster and,
That was real
and
helpful.
we've
Yeah.
had some really good help
You have
with,
a crew there and a crew there.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the 4-H has helped
Okay.
doing that. Oh,
I have a
yes,
few
yes,
contacts
there you
from
go.
there.
In the 6th grade.
Yeah,
That's
the
fallen
6th
off-
grade does, yes.
fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it fell off by the time Jasper was doing it, but I think that might be something that the board, if the board communicates earlier, then that is a known thing too, and the 6th grades are smaller, so, yeah. Okay, great. Next, okay, so now we have the talking
Consideration.
about,
Yeah.
sorry, what?
You said something about like consideration of next steps?
Yes, it's consider an act on the next steps in the library director hiring process, and we're putting that ahead of the executive session, just so if, we might just talk it through and not need executive session. Because as much as we can do in open meeting is preferred. Yeah. So, next steps. I put the ad out again to the websites that we talked about, the Vermont Department of Libraries, both the trustees. Did you guys get that? Did it go out? Okay, because I don't think it came to me. I don't know why.
I did. I got it.
Okay, good. And then in the Vermont, it's the UVM listserv, and those, and so that, and I forwarded everything that we've gotten.
Okay.
So, I guess we have a couple paths to go down. We could. It depends on where or what we feel like, where we are. I think doing some board work would be helpful to have sort of a better outreach to people, maybe, I think.
I don't understand what you mean.
Like board, just again, like a board retreat type of thing, and here's who we are, a redefinition of the board, if that makes sense. And if we want to keep pursuing a director as it is, like outside of what we have, or if we want to keep going with the way things are. I just feel like if we came together as a board and were able to articulate this vision, it might be a better way of attracting people. Does that make sense? Is it not?
No, that's fine. So have a retreat, do a retreat and talk about it for a couple hours sometime?
That's a possibility, or we can just keep doing what we are doing.
I guess I would think we do what we're doing because we don't have anything else to do and we're doing fair,
Right. Right.
And then think about where we want to go from here, if anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, would we continue to advertise?
We could, we could keep it going again and still keep it current. I like that, there was that one, ad from Roxbury, right? That was very charismatic. I don't know, it was personable and it felt, you could feel what you were signing up for. And I don't feel like that's what we have as not just like the job description and all of that. And I think that if we put some time into defining ourselves and sort of articulating a vision and this community, that we might be more successful. Or it might just be good to do anyway. Aside from that, I mean, we might have what we need already, but then just be able to take this and move it forward, and not have it be accidental, right? I think it's more important to be purposeful as a board.
That's a good idea.
Thanks.
But how do we go forward with that? Like, what does that look like?
Well, we could invest in that sort of board.
Designated time that.
Yeah.
But like, are you with an organization, like with something?
It's possible if we
structured?
have money to do that. I feel if there's money sort of in the budget that we have, that would, it's possible to spend money on that. Or we could maybe go through and use maybe some Vermont Department of Libraries help. They're very, lot of resources through them, and they might have just kind of point us in a direction that we can do it ourselves, possible. Yeah, okay. Okay, so, what does that look like? Let's see, if I have any, I don't have anything there. Okay, so then we would just, I guess, do some research with that as far as, we could probably start with the Vermont Department of Libraries to see, and come up with the time. I guess that would be either like a special meeting or just a board retreat. Yeah, I hadn't gotten to that point yet, so sorry, but no, I can ask, reach out to them. Does anybody, do you guys have any other thoughts, or?
I always think about Andy Robinson. but,
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
too. That, I mean, and he was so inspiring and just so helpful, and he led a nonprofit board meeting at the Manchester Community Library, and it was how to build a better board, and so that's who I go back to too. I don't even know, did we ever buy that book for the library? I feel like I think we should buy it.
Yeah. And Sue, have you used your free 15 minutes? Because I did.
I have.
No,
I have.
no.
Oh, and I never updated him. I told him I would. He did want to hear the, and yes, but yes, Sue has a free 15-minute consultation with him. Yes, so it might be. I'll just say.
He might be able to point us in a good direction, though.
Okay.
Yes,
workshops.
yeah, you're right.
So is he local, or if you saw him
He's
in
Vermont. I think he's Montpelier area. I forget.
Okay.
Okay, April 9th, webinar,
Is that him?
yeah.
Oh. See, I didn't.
Well,
I didn't.
upcoming events,
Yeah.
Andy's Second Home, Train Your Board, webinar, Vermont Nonprofits and Immigration Enforcement, how did that? Nonprofit Leaders Conference Breakout Center Sessions, Boards in Transition.
That's us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, which one is that? Was that separate from the other ones?
In 2 days?
Yeah. April 13th.
It's Sunday.
Yes, Gordon?
So Corey, are you talking about then putting the hiring on hold and doing this retreat, or are you doing them in tandem, or?
I think we can do it in tandem.
Kind of in tandem. I think might leave it open as it is, but to,
Because the applications aren't due for another, 10 days or so,
yeah, yep.
right? So you don't know how you're doing on, well, you may have an idea, but you're probably not gonna tell us.
Andy Robinson.
But you'll know at that point, so would it be possible that you'll delay until a fuller retreat occurs, or do you think that you can do both at the same time?
Delay the hiring, do you mean?
Yeah, in other words, put the hiring on hold, do this retreat, advertise going out with a different conception of what the library is based upon the retreat analysis.
I don't know if we would put it officially on hold, but it's kind of maybe at a natural point that
I
it
think he's offered me a job before.
is on hold.
Amazing.
I mean,
He was a
yeah,
headhunter for a job I applied for.
I don't know.
So you'll have a better idea once all of the applications come in, or?
Yeah,
Your next
I think,
official meeting is in May, so.
right, our next meet, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know, if we would do anything official, leave it open, like Lauren said, just kind of have it there. I don't think that doing board work would, get in the way of it. If there were, a flood of applications, I think we could handle that both, but, yeah.
But I think you're right. I think we could actually create a more personalized and inviting,
Compelling,
compelling.
yeah. And just to articulate what this library is to the community, I feel like, I feel like there's a real possibility of that positive and, a good, vision of what is going on here, I think. So
He's in Oregon.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
where it is.
Ah,
Board's in transition in Oregon, I was gonna say that,
You can't Zoom?
not local.
well, we can ask, we could check in with him to see if he comes, he does travel. And or if there's other things on the calendar.
All I have is Oregon and that one about Vermont nonprofits and immigration import.
Yeah.
Okay.
enforcement.
That's in 2 days, right?
Yeah, it's the 9th.
But that's, yeah.
But that's a different topic.
Then the transition.
Yeah, more specific.
I don't know where, that might be online. Oh, it's a webinar. From 1 to 2:30 on the 9th, and it's online.
The one with Oregon?
No, the Vermont nonprofits and immigration enforcement.
Okay, so,
We should definitely get his book, though.
Yes.
I would check it out.
yes, I agree. I think that,
I'll get it.
You will?
Yeah.
Thanks,
Okay.
Lauren.
Get the credit card to work. Where's my to-do?
okay.
Maybe it's on Libby.
Just,
Quick, everybody read.
oh, man. Speed reading classes,
Everybody gets 7 days.
or 14, one or the other.
Buy it right now.
You gonna buy
My
it?
birthday next week,
I'll buy it
maybe I'll
right
get it for a birthday present.
Oh, no.
Whose birthday is it?
My birthday next
Oh,
week.
you need something more fun than this
Yeah.
though, for your birthday, Corey.
Okay. Okay, so, should I do some research on this and present to the board? And and I think that it would come up at our next meeting unless we can find something that's faster, in which we could do, I don't know, if it's an actual meeting, I guess that would be a special meeting, but,
We can do a retreat,
yeah.
because we won't be making, people do retreats, so.
Right. Yeah. I know, I did see on that training, they were talking about open quorum for retreats, and I don't know how that would work, but we would, I'll
Do
look,
it. I mean, school boards.
those are open meeting.
Oh.
Yeah.
They are?
Oh.
Mm-hmm, yeah, yep. Because if you're doing the board action, action on things or board work, that would come up, but, but I will do some more work on what this would actually look like and send it out to everybody. And then we can decide.
Great.
Okay, so then that means we don't have that executive session. Right. And those are the next steps, would be to do board work. Okay. Haven't been paying attention to the time. Oh, we're okay now, because we saved ourselves quite a bit there. Okay. So now we're on to reviewing and adopting policies, and this is pretty ambitious. And I didn't have time to do the work on the others, but I did have the key policy. I had done work on that and made copies for everybody. It's fleshed out. I had sent out a while ago, after our last meeting, I believe, sent out some initial thoughts on that, and then I fleshed it out a little bit more. So this is kind of familiar to what everybody has seen.
Yep.
And what is it called? Key and building access policy. And again, any of these policies that we look at, we would want to give to Jessica after we are in agreement on what we think it should say. She would be the, review everything. So the purpose, to safeguard library property, ensure building security, and maintain clear accountability for access to library facilities, the Board of Trustees establishes the following policy governing the issuance, control, and use of library keys and access credentials. That is the purpose. And it's just kind of spells out who
Is mine different?
has the keys.
There are two.
There are two, sorry. The first thing that you have is, it was a summary. The first thing was a summary of it.
Yep.
And then it really says the same thing, but it was just
Yeah.
that kind of
Gotcha.
other one, sorry. And then it kind of spells out by purpose, the authority, authorized key holders, building access for programs and meetings, key control, book drop, and restricted areas, lost or missing keys, violations, and then a review, which means that we would review the policy once a year and revise as needed. And this, I think, is it in here, does it say specifically that there would be a log of the keys?
Yeah, it is
Yes,
somewhere.
current record, yep, it's the number 4 on the first page. Yeah, and this was something I think, Lauren, you'd pointed out a long time ago, that when we were
Yeah.
looking at it, we didn't know.
Yeah.
And so, and we've recently got the keys, the library rekeyed, so then this is just one step toward kind of, reviewing and updating all of our policies.
So if we were to adopt this tonight, how would we enforce keys that are already out there?
There's only a couple out. There's,
Okay,
can I?
yeah.
Jessica Van Ort has one because she's the.
Slate Valley?
Well, but also she's the building and grounds, one of the building and grounds people with the
Yep.
town.
Okay,
And this is a town building, and so she has one. And then the Pawlet Scholarship Fund has one, because when are their, I bet their meetings are on Wednesdays? No, they aren't, they're on Tuesdays, once in a great while, like at 6 o'clock or something like that. And I open up for the Historical Society.
Does John Weiss have one?
I didn't give him one.
And also, I think, or was John,
supposed to have
or was
one,
it Bob Marlino who's supposed to have one as a building for in the case of emergency or heat and stuff like that?
Okay, so we need to give,
I thought it was Bob Marlino, but maybe it's John Weiss. I think at least one of them should have a key.
Bob Merlino's the emergency management
So it
guy.
must be Bob.
and John for fire.
okay.
Yeah,
And then, so volunteers, do we have any volunteers?
We don't have any volunteers that I know of.
yeah.
Who would have a key?
Well, I know one that has I know a person who has a key Dolores had a key for Bone Builders, and so Bone Builders has a key that they don't need anymore. So we pick up the key from Bone Builders. And, but that's it.
And
Do you
then
guys have keys? Do you have a key? Do you have a key?
I don't have a key.
I don't know if I need one, though. I haven't so far.
Right. You're just right, so close. But you both are pretty close too, so.
Yeah, you are so close.
Oh, whoops.
Lisa May doesn't have a key, does she?
No, she
No.
doesn't.
No.
The bone builders, the time, would Mondays then be covered? Is
Mondays will be
that?
covered between Lauren and myself.
Okay, so that's, okay, oops, sorry. Who else? Was so you open for the Historical Society?
Yeah.
They don't need it.
No.
Okay.
And any former board members don't have keys?
We rekeyed,
Changed the law.
but they did,
Oh,
they
that's what you were
did
saying.
turn
Yeah,
them
okay.
in. They, I think, but it had been so long since it had been done, it was just kind of one of those natural, times to do it. But we don't have to think about it because it has been rekeyed, and so we know who has gotten it since.
So we could just keep a list of the inventory of the keys in the safe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
On that, though, do they sign some aspect of this?
A key holder?
Because there was something on here about like, shall not be duplicated, loaned, transferred, or shared.
Right.
I guess they could sign the policy. just
I
as-
think so,
as an
or
agreement to.
initial or
having
something.
it.
That's an
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, that makes sense.
Like, here are our expectations, especially since we're not giving them out willy-nilly, like, I mean, this is a certain small group that would have them.
Right. Okay. I guess we would do that too then. Um,
That way folks who do have keys already too could retro and still go back and say that this was adopted and now
Right,
please sign it
right.
for those who already are issued keys.
Yeah, that would just be two people, and then
Right.
Bob and John Weiss.
Okay,
And us.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
right, that's the, yeah.
I'm having you sign with your right hand and swear that,
But it's her, she left that.
yes.
I'll sign it with my right hand, but.
Get it notarized.
Well, thanks for, that looks good, Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of this thing, it was weird, I mean, it was one of those, when you get into it, it's just like there's more, few more layers and that sort of thing.
Did you have to totally reinvent this or did you have
No,
something?
I did use what was already somewhere,
Okay. But yeah,
Yeah.
this is good. It looks really comprehensive.
yeah. And then I sat with it for a little bit and was like, wait, I think I need, just shift things around or whatever. Okay, so,
Can we make a motion to
yeah,
adopt
that's what
this?
I was gonna ask for.
Great. I'd love to make a motion to accept the new key control and building access policy.
Okay, thanks, Lauren.
I'll second it.
Thanks, Sue. Any more discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have a new key and building access policy.
Adopted April 7th, 2026?
Yay. First on this, and then, okay, now do I have, board permission to send to, Jessica, for final approval on what we have, or should we, or how would we do that?
Well, did we agree to have her check all our policies that we
We
update?
did, yeah, we did.
So, yeah.
We were talking more of the next fiscal year for that, so I don't know, but I don't know what
If we're gonna do it, have her check it.
okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so then I can just give them to her as we come up with them. And maybe, we'll be able to do a few at a time going forward.
And would you do that then before you have folks sign them? So in case she had anything major that she wanted changed, right?
It's up do you think then I should do it? Okay,
Because I think we should ask anybody who has a key to sign it. We shouldn't do that until it's approved.
okay, yep, yeah, that's true. So that she has the final sign off. Yeah, then I can do that. I didn't have permission to do that, so I didn't want to
Yep.
do that before, so. But that's definitely the logical way to do it. It kind of,
Rather than having somebody sign it twice in a
Right.
week or something.
right. So then if she has changes, I will send it out with the changes to the board, and then we can revisit it at the next meeting. Sorry. Oh, jeez. All right. So the volunteer policy and the room rental policy and the dress code policy, I wasn't able to do work on those.
Didn't we had a volunteer, didn't we have a volunteer policy?
It's quite old, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Quite old.
okay.
Yeah. So, like mimeographed old, I think.
Ooh.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Animal.
Well,
Risograph, yes.
so, yeah.
Okay.
So that definitely needs updating. The key thing for that is that background check. That's something that needs to be a part of for anybody who is. And one thing I was going to do is to ask, I don't know, the board. There is a process for getting. I think it's certified, somehow registered with the state, because people who we have like a vulnerable population, so we would be able to get background checks done on the state level for free
Okay.
if we register. I don't know if that would be something that the board would do, or if you want me to go pursue that.
Is this through, I don't know what the
Yeah.
acronym stands for, but the VCIC?
It is, yes.
I just went through the training for work. And I
Okay.
doubt I would count for this, but,
Oh, okay.
because you sign off like that you're the entity for this organization.
Right.
And that you have access to it for this organization, and you
Right.
can't share anything outside of that. So I think I'd have to go back through it again, but I'm really familiar with this. This is, yeah, a lot of my work daily.
Right, okay. Would you want to do that then?
Sure.
Okay, so then I guess we would, want the
I even
board-
have the contacts for who to contact.
right.
And literally did this about a month ago.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we did do it for the staff that we hired, but we paid for it. It wasn't through that.
So we're looking for, just so I know what to ask, we'd be looking for a free version of background checks.
It's status of, something to do with, work custodians of a vulnerable population, something, I know the vulnerable population is the key. And just because it's a public entity and yeah. And then, so, right, because minors can come into the library on their own, right?
So we'd be looking, there are different levels.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we would want the background check where they're looking for Vermont, and then the person has to self-disclose if they've lived outside in a place within 3 to 5 years, I think is what the basic one is.
Right.
We're not asking them to get fingerprinted, right?
I don't think so. Yeah.
I'm able to do both. but-
Okay, yeah. Well, they might say this is what libraries do, and
Okay, I
they
can
might
check with
suggest that. I think
Okay.
we would just do what normal libraries do.
Yeah, the issue is that you're really dependent upon the person self-disclosing, because they only check Vermont. If they've come from
Right.
somewhere else, it's
Right.
up to them to self-disclose, which they're not going to if they're a
Right.
predator, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And convicted elsewhere. So, but it is a level of security that at least goes through Vermont systems.
Right, yep.
And then there's a difference too, where if they are, like, we're so close to the border, so if they are a New York, Granville person, they would have to do this through New York
The
State.
other, oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, because they're
So
not getting fingerprinted, they would do a
if-
check
Oh, okay. You mean so that would just be up to their state of
through
residence?
their New York system, or would they do it through ours with a New York? we might be able to do with that, and they just disclose that they're New York. And then we'd be looking at theirs and Vermont's.
Okay.
So I can ask that too, just
Sure.
because I'm sure that would happen a lot, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I
I-
mean,
yeah.
we're so close.
That makes sense.
Okay, I'll check to see if they're a New York resident, what happens. Anything else you can think of that?
It's crazy that it's so delineated by state.
It is,
That's why
It
in
is.
my work, we had to change to fingerprinting.
Right.
Because it's national,
yeah,
Yeah.
which is a pain.
right.
It's expensive. It was $8,000 just for us to do all of our volunteers last year. We didn't reach everybody.
Wow.
And then it was also, there's a whole other,
How long did it last if you get fingerprinted?
it depends on the organization and their legal team. If they want a person to do it every year, every 3 years, every 5 years. Same with schoolings and institutions. It depends on their legal counsel, what they decide.
Okay.
We do it every 5 years.
Uh-huh.
Most other states also do have a 3-year component to it, but they don't do fingerprinting, they do the background check, so,
Right.
I don't know, there are so many nuances in each state.
Right, okay.
It's an issue to get volunteers, though, it is, in terms of just,
Yeah.
it's a lot of requirements upon them to onboard, and,
Talking about accessibility, I mean,
Right.
fingerprinting is a whole different ballgame, because they're only limited hours, and,
yeah.
yeah. You gotta take off of work, they're only
Yep.
open from 2 to 4, you get there, there's nobody there.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
This is my day today. Yeah, so, no, I will definitely meet,
Okay.
the person's Jessica, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I'll connect with her. I cannot believe this is coming up here.
That's funny, yeah.
My two worlds collide.
Can, then I guess have a motion to have Amy be that, our representative, to reach out to them on the behalf of the library board.
I'll make that motion.
Thanks, Sue. Second,
No second.
thanks, Stevie. Okay, any more discussion on that? All in favor?
Oh, sorry,
Oh.
yes, more discussion.
Okay.
What is like an estimated number that would be going through to? That's what usually one of the things they'll ask is how many we anticipate going through the process in a year.
Right, well, we just, we would do like for the director and then in the volunteers, and I don't know how many would be. Just a
staff?
few?
Like
The
10?
staff have already done it, but this.
What about like?
5?
Yeah,
5 to 10?
Yeah,
Max?
10.
yeah.
Okay, now we can, that's my only question.
Yeah, they just have to do it as on the condition of employment, right? So they don't do it, I don't think we would re-certify people, not normally, but, so the staff have already had it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's,
okay.
okay, great. Yeah. Oh, so, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thanks, Amy.
You're welcome.
So then I will do more work on these policies and get to people unless anybody wants to look at one and take a crack at it. But I like policy work, so. Okay. And if anybody has an idea of where we should be working or focusing, these are just things that have come up, but I don't know if anybody has an idea of something to take on in our review, let me know.
I
Okay.
kind of do.
Yeah?
Just, I don't know if this would be us or if it would be Helen or Heidi. Just so that we still are doing programming in terms of like maybe bringing in like your seed program, or if there are other,
That was an event.
That
It's
was
not a
what?
program. It wasn't a program, but yeah.
okay.
It's getting mislabeled.
Oh.
Yeah. For programming, right, that would be through Sue and discussing with them. And yeah, I think the board had decided at one point not to take on, anything new except for it was the story time and then tech time, which I did do some research on that. But yeah, you're asking if, sorry.
But now
Yeah.
the
Just
time
reminded.
is gone on.
Yes, now the time has gone on.
I'm just
Yep.
thinking that there are so many like big things that I don't know if like staff are taking that a director might take the lead on. That would be maybe now
Right.
because it's
It's the board now.
And now we're extending it maybe even
Yeah.
longer, that we're not having a director.
Right.
So, I'm just even thinking like the 250th anniversary of the US, right? Like, or the America, right? So like some kind of themes or
Right.
other programming, when we were talking about the things with Roscoe and getting a calendar put together of who
Yeah.
could be potential artists that we honor, other programs. Right now, I have like boxes of Easter eggs in my house that I was like, oh, it'd be great if the library put on an Easter egg hunt. I would donate all of them.
Yeah.
And so like, just like some, I don't know, like, just to make sure that we are looking at next year, are we gonna do the tree lighting ceremony and being a
Right.
part of that? And that's gonna be here before we know it. So I just wanna make sure that it's not all falling just on them, what a director might do, and,
Well,
yeah.
it definitely is not falling on them. They are being directed from our liaison. So, but yes, I agree that we want to keep things moving and keep trying to attract people and that sort of
Yeah.
thing. So yeah, that, I don't know if you,
So to your Easter eggs,
Yeah.
this year Easter came so soon.
it did,
It was
did.
just,
Because there have been Easter egg hunts here in the past,
Yeah.
right?
That was somebody else,
Yeah,
that
we-
wasn't the
It wasn't the
library.
Library,
Yeah.
but I know we have had
But
it.
I thought the same thing, and then it was just like boom fast and not enough time to bring it to
But
the board.
essentially, like, well, to Amy's point, like, if Amy has an idea, or Phoebe, or you, or me, or anybody, we tell Sue, and Sue talks about it
Right.
with the staff?
And then
I
they
mean-
would bring back to the board, I think.
Right.
Yeah, I think so. We would just, yeah, so we would tell
or, yeah,
Sue.
sure. And then I may end up saying, yeah, come on, we'll both talk to the staff or whatever. you know, but-
Right.
I've had some things as just a patron, that I was looking into with Adele of like having our neighbors across the street are both authors.
Yeah.
I read
And
the
like,
book.
yep.
Right.
And so like just having them come in and I was like, oh, that's kind of now gone by the wayside because of just transition. But I would still love to do something with them and have them come in.
And then, right, so then somebody did approach me about screening a movie here, Gone Guys, and I sent it to Sue.
Oh, and I
Yeah.
forgot about it, but then I
Okay.
looked into it.
Right,
Go
Yeah.
ahead, keep going and then. I'll-
April's Poetry Month.
yeah.
It'd be great to do
Great.
some programming around poetry. I definitely have contacts around here. Roscoe, it sounds like he does poetry. James Cruz lives right in Arlington. If you don't know him, you need to know him. He's amazing and has many books out about kindness. And many school systems are picking him up and implementing his books as part of their programming and curriculum.
Right.
And he's local.
Yeah.
Just throwing out.
No,
like,
no,
right
that's
now,
great.
Poetry month. Like each month has these
Thinking-
themes, and
Yeah.
yeah.
I
So-
definitely agree with that. Like,
So maybe,
yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like a method going forward for us to, because you're throwing out really exciting ideas, but I'm trying to figure out a way for this to work.
Right.
So if you have ideas, if any of us have ideas, would it be then that we
Right.
do we wait for a meeting to talk about it? Can we email them and then collectively, or how can we fast track this or facilitate
Yeah,
this so that it works?
yeah, these are more events than
Yeah.
Right, right. Events and
so-
programs
so
are separate.
Just
Yeah.
let me know about it and
Okay.
we'll talk to the staff about it. And if you want to come in with me and the staff and,
Sure.
get it organized and do it, we'll,
It was my understanding that like, so that would get presented to you and then to the staff, and then you would come back to the board for bigger programs to run it by the board. That was kind of how
okay.
that, like
But
this.
how big
yeah.
is big? I
mean,
mean,
poetry
like if a
month.
poet's coming or.
Yeah, right, so that goes to the whole idea about an event or a program, and the program being like a sustained thing that happens over
So
time.
these would be events.
And that would be on, I think, you to determine if that staff has, if you have the ability to
Right.
do that with the staff.
Right.
That was my thinking.
Sure.
But a program, this is what had been presented to the board, that's something that the board would decide on the whole, like if it fits our mission, and then also like if we have the labor, the ability to sustain something. Right, so we had talked about tech time, like I said, I forgot that one, I had that proposal because that is a program, and that actually would be a library staff person, it's not a 1099, it would be a staff person. So that would be a whole nother thing to And the board had said that they wanted to keep going with that. We
With
had
what
one in
was
the
that?
past, tech time. So a person would come once a month on Saturday and just be a free-for-all. Anybody comes and needs some kind of thing. And that was a program that the
Yeah.
board wanted to keep going with.
I used Helen for that last week.
Right, right.
What did I have to do? Oh, I had to upload something and put it onto a form,
Right,
and I was doing something wrong, and she did it in like a second.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so we have some good tech time people.
Well, it might just be on on one Saturday that she is here, that she could, we could,
Yeah,
Yeah.
if that would be
Advertise that.
something that, yeah.
yeah.
So what are we saying about when we have ideas then? So are we formalizing that or
If you have an idea about an event, you can just email.
Tell Sue directly.
email.
Yeah,
just email you and not the
Yeah, call
entire
me.
board?
yeah,
Right, just
Yep.
email me.
just directly.
What
to-
about a program? Same thing?
Yeah.
Program would be a different.
Well, I think,
Is that what you're saying?
To Sue, but comes back to the board.
exactly.
Okay, we'll do it that way.
The ideas go to Sue, she's like the funnel, she
So-
takes it, and then she would come and bring it back.
So here's
Yeah.
a question. So next month is Poetry Month.
This month.
This month.
I mean, okay, by the way, Arlington used to have poets come regularly. I don't know who the director was years ago, but I saw like Donald Hall down there, like really great poets. But so Sue can talk to the staff to have them promote Poetry Month, maybe put up some pictures of poet books, stuff like that. But if we were to invite a poet for like that would be
Yeah.
An event.
an event, so it still doesn't have to go to the board.
I don't think so.
No,
Unless
yeah.
it's a fee.
I think
though?
that's the director, and that's Sue, basically, deciding with the staff what they can,
What if there's a
what they
fee?
can host.
What if there's what?
A fee for him to come and put on a,
If that's within the budget, right, that's still a director decision, I
Okay.
think.
And what if it's over 100?
What was it, 200 or something that would come to the board? There was that
If there's a fee, I'll get in touch with you guys and.
right. Yeah,
Okay.
and because that's a great way to keep, ideas coming in, and then maybe she gets it from 3 of us, and then it's like, okay, yeah, that's really something that we should put some effort behind.
cool.
Sounds
Does that sound good for you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Phoebe? Does that make sense?
It does. I was just thinking about something because we talked, well, you brought up the Easter eggs and we've done holiday stuff. And where do we lie in terms of not being discriminatory or
Right,
like inclusive or whatever?
yep, that was
with
something,
Where do we
yep,
stand?
that was something I
With that.
did wonder about as well.
And that's not to target your Easter
No,
eggs.
no, I'm with you.
No,
But it's
I mean,
definitely
But
s-
like, what do you do in school? I mean, you can have like bunnies and eggs in school, or not at all? Okay, I mean, I'm just thinking, as long as you don't have Jesus, the cross or something.
You can't.
Okay, well, then,
Because there's some
then we have
religions
to,
that don't celebrate
Right.
holidays at all, so
Right.
you have to
Right.
be inclusive of that.
but the kids are in school, well, yeah, we're public, but we're not as public as a school. yeah.
But we do have I think Joanne has even brought that to our attention. Joanne Van Meter had talked to us about that.
Which might be why like the Historical Society or somebody else did some of the other things.
Right, yeah.
And then we just had like, I'm thinking of like the tree lighting, we had the cookies as
We were
part of
open,
it.
yeah.
We were
And
open.
at that time,
It wasn't really
I
sponsored
did
through
say,
us. Yeah.
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 It couldn't be around that, and there were, yeah. It
Or do you
was,
celebrate all holiday, like if there's that.
right, but then that becomes a burden, and like or just like it's hard to
You
know.
can't hit 'em
And like you say, people who don't celebrate anything then are excluded. I know. That is something to navigate. But I do think at least certain seasonal things, and like those, especially poetry is
Right.
literary, right?
Right.
That makes
Right.
a lot of sense.
I mean, we've always done the Halloween thing
Yeah,
too.
that's true.
So, I don't know what the answer is to that, but
The Halloween thing, right. I gotta get a costume if we're gonna do it again.
Cracking.
Yeah.
Can I talk about a random thing that I just?
Yes, definitely.
Has anybody gotten some emails from?
Spam.
Spam, yeah. Well, Just spam them away, right?
I didn't get those that you talked about, if that was what,
Oh, I got a spam from you too.
but it's not from me.
Correct.
Yes.
It was used, but it used your name.
Yeah, oh, well, they are, so,
They're
you know.
really clever.
But they're getting really good at harvesting
I know.
public names now and using,
It's awful.
and using people's names in conversation in a real way.
They
Right.
did.
And yes, that I know is something. What was
Yeah.
it called? Spearfishing, yeah. Yeah, it's,
But
It's scary.
I've gotten a lot of emails about removing bad reviews.
Get that.
oh,
Yeah,
that one.
But I've gotten it from like 2 or 3 different directions.
You've
Yes.
gotten them too? Okay.
Yeah.
But those are real though. That review, did you,
is
did you see
real.
that review?
Did, but
I want,
The review was real, but the,
Yes.
but, so I'm just ignoring them.
yeah, those are, I didn't respond either, but
You can.
that was
you can
an
delete them.
interesting,
That's what you wanna do?
No, this
Thing.
is
I'm
coming
getting
from-
really strange
from
emails
Google and
for the
coming
diner
from
too. For like,
places that they'll delete.
I don't know how these new
And it was from
waves
like
are
5 years
happening,
ago or
like
6
with
years ago. I mean, it's just,
lighting fixtures or equipment, and like they try to make it personal. And like this is not real.
right.
It's remarkable how sophisticated it's getting.
and again, nobody get, gift cards for anybody.
Oh, yeah,
Unless you
again.
talk in person.
But it's my birthday. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another story. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just ignore it and delete it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did as well. Even,
Yeah.
even though, like I said, that review was real and,
Yes,
but that, we don't engage and
but it was,
there's
no.
no,
Okay,
yeah.
no, I get-
Okay. What should I report back to the select board? Board retreat?
oh, wait a minute, there was something else.
Oh, yeah.
When Amy and I were talking and then and I said, I'll get back to it.
Oh, no.
About which
What
thing?
were we talking about? Never mind, don't know.
Okay.
Something I was gonna talk about today and I can't remember what it was.
Events,
Yeah. it's gone.
fingerprinting, background checks.
It's gone.
Oh.
Thanks. Probably had to do with events.
Events, okay.
No, it was something really early on in the meeting.
Yeah, I
Was?
know, that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
the
Are
cameras.
you sure?
Yeah, it was. It was early on in the meeting.
Amy was
She
talking.
said, I'll come on, I'll talk about this later in my report.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You did.
that was like 2 hours ago.
Yes, okay.
It's gone now.
That's all right. That's all right. I
I'm
don't
half
know.
asleep.
It wasn't critical.
Okay.
Maybe it was. It was the headliner article right there, and we
Uh-oh.
missed
It
it.
was really interesting.
Okay. We're getting loopy. Okay. Anything for me to report to the select board or just talk about?
Headline of the new hours.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, new hours. That sounds good. The headline.
We adopted a new policy that we're
I'm sure.
working on board work, and
Do you think I should tell them that? I mean,
we're still getting
policy.
stuff done.
Okay. Okay. I'll let them know that. They were happy. The last time it was really positive and, okay. New hours. Headline. Policy work and, and the, just the position still open. Okay. Reflection on operating norms. Where did they go? They got buried. Okay. Did we focus on agenda topics? Were we open-minded? Did we respect each other? Did we value different viewpoints? Were we responsive and responsible to our community with reference to the strategic plan? Did we make decisions based on data and facts? Did we listen to each other? Were we reflective? And did we run meetings that respected time, had a concise agenda, and were transparent? Anybody have any thoughts on our meeting? Anybody?
Fine meeting.
Fine meeting. I feel like we get a lot done and talk well and very respectfully. It's nice to have different viewpoints, and it feels like we're moving forward in a really positive direction.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Okay. Any public comments? No? Okay. Next meeting, May 5th, 6 o'clock here. Motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned at 8:31.